My name is Jim Coston. I am lead pastor of FBC Scottsdale. Thank you for tuning in to our online devotions. I want to read to you Isaiah 43:19. For I am about to do something new. See, I've already begun. Do you not see it? I will make pathways through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. God is doing that. That's not up to me to make a pathway through the wilderness or to create a river in the dry wasteland. That is something that God does. And yet our task as believers is to point out and to show people where God is making those pathways and those rivers so that they can see it. We have the eyes of followers of Jesus. We see it. They don't see it. We need to share that with them. And that takes an openness to us being willing to share that when there's an opportunity that arises. We're in a series right now of Satan's lies to get us not to share our faith, to not tell others, to not testify or share, and God's truth to combat those lies. Last week, we looked at lie number 1, where Satan says to us, and we believe, I don't have anything to tell. I don't have a dramatic testimony. There's nothing much for me to tell. And God's truth is that if God is active in your life, you have something to share. Just share how God is active in your life. It doesn't have to be dramatic or polished. Just be real. The second lie that Satan tells us, and we take in and make an excuse, is sharing is not my spiritual gift. You know, God gave to some the gift of service, the gift of cooking, the gift of writing, the gift of teaching, the gift of preaching, greeting, so many spiritual gifts, but I don't have the one to share. God gave it to somebody else. That's their job. It's not mine. The words don't come easy, even with the Holy Spirit supplying them. I'm not called to do this. Others who can do this should do this, but that's not for me. Sharing is not my spiritual gift. That's a lie Satan tells us, and it's just not true. Truth of the matter is, sharing is a spiritual assignment to all, not a spiritual gift of some. It's not a question of ability, but a question of availability. Using those God opportunities that God gives you. Acts 2:17, in the last day, God says, I will pour out my Spirit on all people. All people. If you know Jesus, you have the Holy Spirit within you. The Holy Spirit is there to supply you with words, to share, words to speak, a testimony to give, a witness. That opportunities, the Spirit is not just giving that to a few. He's giving it to all of us. All of us. They're not just a few super witnesses. All of us are called to be witnesses, to be messengers. Messengers to those far away, like missionaries, but also messengers right here at home. People in your house, your family, people next door to you, your neighbors, people that you work with, your coworkers, your friends. They need to hear a word about Jesus. So, sharing is not my spiritual gift is a lie of Satan, and don't believe it. The truth of the matter is that sharing is a spiritual assignment to all, not a spiritual gift of some. God has given us all that task, that expectation that we share what He's doing in our life. So go forth and do that. Go forth and share with your neighbors, your family, your friends, your coworkers. Don't feel weird about it. The Holy Spirit is right there with you and working through you. And you're not trying to win an argument. You're not trying to get them baptized in the bathtub that day. You're just sharing what God is doing. That's what God asks. Thank you for tuning in. If this message has impacted you, I invite you to share it. You can find out more about our ministries and support our efforts at FBCScottsdale.church. Blessings to you.